Pow! What's up, internets? We out here. I got another one, and Swift MC left me a message. He's been interacting with me a lot. Shout out to Swift MC. He said, "Hey John, what are your thoughts on having a sale? Does it make your consumer expect a sale every collection? And will they just wait for the sale to purchase? Will it bring down the validity of the brand? I know a lot of brands have sales, and also some of the most successful ones have. Okay, so paraphrasing a little bit, a lot of questions there, all interrelated. I appreciate the energy there. I get asked questions around this, sort of, and I have a lot to share on it. So buckle up. Just kidding. Um, to answer the question first, before I go off on a rant or tangent, my answer is maybe. Um, it's a very competitive atmosphere in fashion in general when you're talking about sales and retailing. Um, I'm in a big quest for you to find your core customer, and with the advance of social media, speak to them very specifically. You find your niche and then grow your culture from there, right? It's like Seth Godin. Where's my all my books are here, but I'm a huge fan of Seth Godin. I've told you guys before. Um, put a card to some of his stuff, but he says you don't need a million followers. Right now, as this is post dating, I'm getting close to 8,400 subscribers, and he says you don't need that many. You need 1,000 like diehard followers to create a movement. Okay, and if you had that for a brand, you would do really well. So one side is kind of the quest to find the true fan of whatever it is you create in the culture of your lifestyle brand. Okay, that's one side of it. On the other side of it, you have conglomerate fast fashion companies. You have H&M. You have Forever 21. You have Enter. Whatever dope, whatever cool, hot retail giant is coming in and creating noise and killing it at the moment. And they're gonna have sales monthly, and they're gonna crush anyone that's doing like a private, independent clothing line, because their margins are better, their production is on point. They hire people like me, and they give them six-figure salaries to continue to crush smaller brands. So people patron those brands, and I love Forever 21 and H&M in a lot of aspects. Okay, you guys got to understand, like I'm a fan of business, and they murder it. Like they do really well. Um, and so I'm a fan of what they do. And they are going to have frequent sales, but they still have a following. You get what I'm saying? They still have people that love their product. You know, you'll have a lot of people that say, "Oh, it's cheap, Forever 21, whatever," but you still bought it. Like you're still wearing it. You know, it's like the IKEA thing. People are like, "Oh, it's like a cheap quality IKEA," and I'm always kind of like, "Well, are you guys jumping up and down on it? Like, what are you doing on it?" They still offer really good product, and like I'm a huge fan of IKEA, and especially IKEA hacks and all of that. That's a tangent though. Um, Swift MC. Uh, a huge part of what I want to do is like let you guys know that you guys can speak to your customer directly. I'm a huge fan of uh, Gary Vaynerchuk. So Gary Vaynerchuk, he has his last book was Jab, 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 Right Hook, and that's talking all about jab is giving, 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 and you right hook is you set up your campaign to have your followers or subscribers kind of uh, pay you back for what you give. Now that's not a direct translation to what you need to do for apparel, but within that context, you have the ability to find the people who love your brand and really make that connection happen. Um, in a logistical sense, I just got an email of a guy who needed to unload a lot of product that he had in his warehouse. And so he's like, should I do a sale or should I do, a third party that's a closeout buyer that buys the whole thing at pennies on the dollar? And I'm like, yeah, do it. That's why my big emphasis is on selling everything out. Like, you want to know that you can sell out the items that you're bringing to market, so you don't get in the predicament where you have too much inventory and you have like 500 units left over of a style. Now, also realize that that is going to happen in some capacity. It's also a sign of growth that you miscalculate your buys and your production. But you deal with it as it comes. So do you need to drop a sale seasonally? Probably. And that goes into another point where I'm like, watch this video if you haven't yet about budgeting, but budget everything. You need to have the best margins possible. Listen to me, I'm gonna choke you guys. Like, the best margins possible is what you need. So you got to do your homework and make sure you're getting good prices for the vendors. Make sure your blanks are at an all-time low. Or if you're doing cut and sew production, make sure there's so many elements where you could save money. So I mean, it depends on where you're at. So again, consult with me if you have a specific question to help your company. But make sure your prices are at the lowest possible. Target the prices before you create them, so now you have a buffer in your margin, so if you bring the prices down for sales, it won't hurt you as much. And do less production so you know you can sell out of it. Have people want more rather than you having to store inventory in your garage or storage space or your warehouse if you're doing better. Um, Good question, Swift and C. I hope that helps. If you guys have more to add to this, please drop it down below. But if you have questions about anything that I talked about in this video, drop that down below too. Let's talk about it. I can make another video to go in depth on what I said. Long video, but this one's worth it, guys. So thank you for taking it this far. I'll see you guys on the next one. Internets, follow me on social or whatever if you want. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.